Coming to you from New York City. Bringing the video podcast for global Filipinos around the world. Watch and listen as we speak and get to know different celebrities, icons, influencers, and inspiring people. Join Jesse Dane and Jay Cass as they talk about anything and everything while bridging the gap between Filipinos of different generations and genres of choice. This is Over a Glass or Two.
Ano nahulog? Pulutin mo yan, pulutin mo.
Ang hirap pulutin. Kumusta po kayo? Bakit ba every time na lang na magsa-start tayo, lagi na lang tayong pixelated? So anyways, kumusta po kayong lahat? It's Friday night here in the US and morning na morning naman po sa Pilipinas. So, good morning, good evening, good afternoon sa lahat po. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon sa lahat po ng mga nanonood, especially sa mga TFC subscribers, FYE Channel and Kumu, Facebook and YouTube. Kumusta po kayong lahat? And Jay, kasi ikaw naman.
Yes, malamig po dito sa Brooklyn. Good morning po sa lahat ng mga Filipinos and non-Filipino in different time zones, in different dimensions, in different continents, in different galaxies, in this whole wide universe. Hello mga komunizens!
Hello, kumusta po kayong lahat? Hello sa mga TFC subscribers. Naku, alam nyo ba po, ang lamig-lamig na ngayon dito. Sobra. Actually, I just got home like, 45 minutes ago, I think.
Bakit
35
ba?
minutes
Pwede
ago.
ba ikwento natin yung mga pangyayari na yan?
No, kasi syempre, it's the holiday season. So, yung mga coworkers ko, kailangan namin mag-happy hour and mag-unwind. And, we did not discuss about our job. It's all about discussing about what's going on with our lives. Yung mga private lives namin, yung mga chismis ng mga sino ba yung ganito, sino
ano
ba yung
ba special dito? Ano ba to? Lahat ba to ng coworkers mo?
Hindi, actually mga Filipinos lang.
Yes. You rounded up our mga kapwa na Filipinos na natin.
Yes, kasi doon where I'm working kasi it's a huge as in talagang huge company, transportation agency dito po sa US, the biggest actually. So, alam mo bang parang 40 lang kaming Filipino out of thousands. So,
at ikaw ang boss nila.
Hindi magkakaiba. Different department. So, it's an honor to meet all the Filipinos who works for our company. Sobra nakakatuwa.
Masaya naman.
Ang saya.
At teka muna, ang pinaka-important sa lahat, nanonood ba sila ng OAGOT? At kung hindi man, ay pinag-subscribe ba sila sa mga pages natin?
Actually, sa totoo lang, I'll be honest with you, I wanna be like, paano ba? Mga Hannah Montana na parang, I wanna be down low.
May ganun ka pa?
Oo nga, nahihiya kasi ako eh. Pero actually, nalaman na booking na kasi nga meron pala tayong viewers.
Ano
kasi
ka ba?
Ay, patay. Alam na meron akong second life, which is yung Over a Glass or Two. Pero anyways, at least,
You should be proud. Ang tagal-tagal na natin. Parang ngayon ka pa nahiya. Parang magti-3 years na tayo, girl.
Hindi naman. Kasi alam mo naman, if you're working, in a corporate environment, sometimes you don't want people to know that in a way that you're limelight ba tawag dito? In a way.
You're kind of in a limelight.
Yeah. So parang medyo lang siya. But anyways, yes.
So nalaman naman nila dapat pinag-ano mo na, subscribe mo rin sa FYE Channel, sa Kumu, diba?
So nasa TFC coming na po. Yes. Actually sa mga sa mga TFC subscribers. And sobra kaming excited ngayon kasi Pinoy Pride, oh my God! And you know what, Bax, ever since we started doing, like interviewing celebrities and people with inspiring stories since pandemic started, it's really an honor kasi we became good friends to most of our celebrity
Totoo yan.
guests. And syempre si Troy Laureta, yun yung mga favorite talaga namin na hindi talaga namin makakalimutan. And ngayon, my God, ang ganda-ganda ng mga magiging kwentuhan natin ngayon. Di ba?
Yes.
Sobra excited na kami. So, hindi na namin patatagalin pa. Okay, I will introduce our special guest for tonight po dito sa US at umagang-umaga naman po sa Pilipinas. Okay. Our guest is an award-winning Filipino-American musical director, keyboardist, and producer who has worked with top artists like Nicole at paano pa pinopronounce to?
Oy, my Scherzinger.
Scherzinger.
Yeah.
Ayan, my favorite. My God, napaka-sexy until now. Ariana Grande, my BFF.
Wow.
Ganun na. David Foster, and many more. He has recently fulfilled his dream of having a successful back-to-back concert in the Philippines, and I hope dito rin sa US mangyari, entitled East Meets West this year. Diba? This year? September lang yun, diba? Okay, but more importantly, he had made headlines. Ito na yung pag-uusapan natin. For stepping out of the closet and announcing he is part of the LGBT community. Shout out sa mga taga-LGBT community. Guys, let's welcome the super talented and humble musician for the third time around. Third time na, no?
Mm-hmm.
My God, our dearest friend, and of course, surely 100% Pinoy pride, Mr. Troy Laureta!
Yes!
How are you?
Oh my God, it's an honor. How's everything? Wait, would you like, before we start our chikahan and our toast and everything, say hi to everyone na nanonood ngayon, especially sa mga TFC and taga Kumu.
Oh my God, I want to say hi to everyone from all over the world, TFC, Kumu, and everywhere else that you watch this. Mwah! I love you guys. Thank you for watching in.
My God. Ang payat?
Oo
Wait,
nga.
how many pounds did you lose? Yes, ang payat ha. How many pounds did you lose?
I don't know. I don't keep track, baby. I just live life. I think it's
Pero ano
funny.
ba? Nagsadya ka ba na to lose weight or to...
Yeah, did you do it in purpose? Or?
Darling, I just be eating Jollibee and drinking coffee. It's all. It's part of
Ay,
the
pwede na pala yun, kape at saka Jolly Spaghetti, mga
Jollibee.
ganyan.
Pero which one? Wait, which one? Like Jollibee Chicken Joy or
Isa-isa pa
what's your
talaga.
favorite?
I eat everything. Chicken Joy, burger stick. You know what it is? I haven't changed what I eat. I just think that I just eat less, I guess. But thank you. I appreciate that you think
I
that.
know. Nag-bloom ka. Sobra. Tagsa ko. Ooh, nag-bloom ang lola
Parang
mo.
parang yung parang yung yung background mo, yung when you had your announcement or the poster that gumamela ba tawag doon? Parang
Is that gumamela?
Oo.
I was
Parang
like,
you're like a newly bloomed gumamela flower.
Ay,
O, diba?
para feeling ko, galing sa cocoon, tapos biglang nag-blossom into a butterfly. Wow. Oh my God. Parang gano'n, no? OMG. Kasi bago tayo magkwentuhan, syempre may protocol kami, di ba? Kailangan nating mag-toast. Ayan. Ay, nako, coffee. Mukhang masarap na coffee yan. O, yan si Jcas din. So anyways, sa sambayan ng Pilipinas po at sa aming dearest USA, guys, that's all welcome for the third time around. My God, ang Pinoy Pride, Mr. Troy Laureta. Welcome to Over a Glass or Two.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers!
cheers, baby.
Sarap ng tubig, grabe. After so many margaritas I had earlier.
Kape.
OMG.
Pampagising na kape.
Pampagising. Akin tubig na lang
Okay,
yan.
before we move on again, picture, guys.
Okay. Okay, come on. 1, 2, 3. Ayan.
Ayun.
Teka, Diyos ko, Troy.
Troy,
I don't know where. Okay, go ahead, Jcas.
Ito, sobrang excited ako eh. I never thought I would see this day that we're gonna be interviewing you again, and after you just came out. And
Yes.
I just want to say personally, when I saw that post and it notified me, I was like, parang natiri-eyed akong ganun, pero umakyat pataas ng ganun kasi I'm happy. Sabi ko, oh my God, he really did it. And I just want to know right now, how do you feel right now?
Oh, I feel very happy. I feel very free, and I feel like I can, be myself. Like even in the past interviews that I did with you guys, I was still myself, but there was always parang something like a filter. Like, oh, don't
Yes,
say that. Ano masasabi ng mga tao. You know? So now
exactly.
I feel like I can be authentically myself and be the person that I've always, you know, told other people to be authentic and celebrate yourself. So I'm very happy, JCast.
Oh
Oh.
my
Oh
God,
my God.
seriously. I mean, I texted him right away. I was like, I am so proud of you for stepping out. Pero question na, so what was the reason, like, I mean, what was the reason why you suddenly decided to, like, you know what, let me just, like, shout it out to the world. I'm sure how was the journey?
The journey was super hard. A lot of people obviously know. I know I see all the comments like we already knew, but in my mind, no one knew. So for over 30 years, I'm not gonna say my age, but for over
Yes.
30 years, I was I kept it very private. The only people that knew was like if you knew, you knew, and the people that knew was like the people that worked directly with me. But the main people that I didn't officially say anything to were my parents. So um, it was like a week and a half now that I just decided. I woke up one morning, I got a really bad parang panic attack, anxiety, and you know that there's always the stories that every person of the LGBT community goes through where they have that moment, na parang a light switch. That the day that it came out was a light switch for me. I woke up very anxious and just very. I knew that that was the time, so I sat my mom down and we were eating breakfast, and it was a very telenovela moment. I'm crying, and
Oh
she was
my God.
wondering what's going on, and I just told her like, I this is what it is. I'm a gay man, so
Oh my, can we go back to that situation, that moment? So, okay, so it was one fine Saturday, Sunday morning, or
think
it
it
was
was,
just,
I forget what day it was, but whenever the post was, I posted that the same day that it came out.
oh, okay, okay. So wait, so you told your mom, so what was in your parents, like, so what was their first reaction?
Nothing. We were just crying, and they were just like, "We love you the same." I mean, I've always had this really weird kind of feeling, because I watch too many damn movies. That's what it is. Where I thought that they were gonna kick me out and walang kwenta, get out of the house. I
Oh,
thought
yeah,
it was
yeah,
gonna be that, like, but it wasn't. It was the total opposite. It wasn't necessarily a surprise because my mom and dad are progressive, and we were surrounded by the LGBT community, so I don't know why I had those feelings. I think it was just a lot of fear and a lot of other people talking to me about it that kind of steered me away. But no, it was very nice. My mom was very supportive. She was like, I kind of knew, but I love you the same. And it
True.
was a great moment. It was a
Joy.
really happy
I'm
moment.
actually
Oh my
surprised. I
God.
thought that coming out post was like for just the world, and I thought you already came out with your family. I assumed that, huh? So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm surprised right now. It was really waking up, and first and foremost, really is to your mom, diba? Wow.
my mom and dad. Yeah, they know. A lot of I The funny thing is, and I think that the people that knew that when they saw the post is that they're like, oh, we already knew. A lot of people knew, but my parents didn't know. That it was more for my parents, and I told myself that
Okay.
once I told my mom and dad, I wouldn't care what anyone else thought of me. Like that was like
True.
Wow.
the
Yeah.
one missing piece of the puzzle that held me back from really just being Troy. You know what I mean? So
True, true.
And I love that they said that they loved you.
They
Because
love you.
it's
True.
parallel to how my experiences when I came out to my parents is the same. I sat
yeah,
them down on the dinner table naman, and then I just said, I blurted it out. I can't even say the B word. I'm b. Ay, parang si
Bakla.
ano, I just referenced someone. I just referenced someone. I see ano, and then they were like, they were, I was surprised that they were surprised. Because in my head, I thought they already knew the nuances. I'm sure they know. I was surprised that
right.
they don't know. So,
Yeah,
but what's the best about it is just like what happened to you. They said, whatever you are, anak, or, if that's what you want, we still love you as for you. And I'm so happy that it's the same way that happened for you.
Oh my
yes.
God. But But Troy, question na. Kasi okay, let's be honest. Like of course, like especially when you started this whole journey also of becoming a producer. Kasi nga, mamaya ulit can you give us like again the cuento, the chika, like how you started, right? But like during that time that you're entering that the show business, especially the producing, right? Meeting all these big celebrities. I'm sure you were kind of like flamboyant already, right? So they already have an idea, right? But during that time, did you ever had like that thinking, that notion that, oh my God, they might not like, I mean, it might be a big hindrance because I'm not straight. Sometimes like some, diba, even if like we're so secure, but entering that especially that industry, it made you sometimes ask or kind of have like insecurities. So how was your journey during that time?
That's what it is. It was a journey. I didn't really come out to anyone until 6 years ago. Like before 6 years ago, totally in the closet. No one knew. None of my friends, none of my family.
Like the lower voice, like the
I was here. What's up, baby? Like I was trying to
really.
something that I wasn't. I mean, if you look at past interviews or
Yes.
whatever,
Oh yes.
I mean, not that it's a whole spectrum. I was just trying to be. I was overcompensating for something that I was. So, there's a lot of regret, to be honest, when it comes to that, because now that I'm able to be myself for the past 6 years now with other artists, I can see how much love and how much connection that I've made through being myself as a gay
True.
man to other artists, and I think people gravitate towards that. And when I saw that, while I was happy about it, I was also very sad about it. I didn't know what to do because I hadn't come out to my parents. So I'm over here happy and seeing the progression in my career when it comes to connecting with artists, but then I'm here living a lie, when I'm visiting my mom and dad at their house or whatever. So that
Mm.
became a very weird, a very big struggle for me. And not a lot of people know that because, on Instagram, I'm just very smiley and very positive, and all that is very authentic. But I never really wanted people to see what I went through as a struggling gay musician. I think that was like a really hard part for me. But I found solace in the fact when, artists like Nicole and Ariana and David were just very just receptive and very connected with me on that level. Like, I was very much myself. I'm like, hey girl, like let's play,
Yes.
and that made it a little easier to deal with the struggle. But until last week, the struggle just became too much for me, and that's when I was like, I need to tell somebody right now.
And
Oh
speaking
my.
of Nicole, we're name dropping already. Nicole, Ariana.
Oh my God.
Did
The
they
big
reach
the
out
big
to
names.
you personally, and congratulated you on your coming out party?
Yeah, I mean, I just talked to Nicole yesterday. They've always been very supportive of me. All the artists knew. So to them, it wasn't even like a congratulations. It was just more like, oh, finally.
Finally. Yeah. It was like finally.
But everyone all the artists from the Philippines, from here, from Mexico, everyone from Europe has messaged me in some way or commented on my post, and has been so lovely. And I was very nervous about that, particularly the men.
Okay.
We live in a society, even though we're progressive, there's still a lot of that macho thing, or maybe that's just me in my head. So I was thinking like, oh man, they're not gonna want to hang out with me anymore. They're not gonna want to, get a drink after the show or hang out or
Mm.
have some hookah or whatever we do. I was
Yeah.
really afraid that was gonna change the dynamic, but all my boys, all my band members, all my friends, they all texted me like, we love you the same. And I just, here's me crying over there like
Oh. So wait, for sure, like the girls who's like, you're probably like thinking like, oh, maybe we have a chance with Troy. Probably they're all disappointed. Sorry, ladies. I'm sorry. What about the? Oh my God. So now, like, how's the love life?
Ayan
How's
na.
the? Like, how's all?
We're
I'm sure there's a
entering
lot
the
of
danger
a
zone.
lot
Yes.
of like a lot of like the cuties out there are trying to like, oh,
I don't kiss and tell. No.
yes,
No,
yes, yes.
I've dated the love life in terms of before I came out. I I apologize to all the women I dated. But no, but afterwards, like, I'm very happy. I'm very happy that I'm able to live authentically, and especially in my love life, because for a long time I was, trying to be like, yo, Troy Loretta, you know what I mean?
Like a real thug.
But,
Yeah, thug.
not. So now that I am able to express myself in all aspects of my life, I'm very, very happy, including my love life.
Oh my God.
Naku, teka, sandali ah. I want to go back to the, when you said earlier, you apologize. I'm sorry to all the girls that I dated.
Yung mga
Wait,
ano yan.
Can you, wait.
Yung mga
Teka,
ginawa
that's
niyang
just
ano,
so
ginawa niyang
curious.
beard.
Oo. Kasi guys, okay. Okay, let me tell you something. Because I grew up with a lot of my cousins and friends. I grew up like, for some reason, I think I'm a fag magnet. Like, for some reason, every time I go to a school, anywhere, like school, a party, whatever, for some reason they would just come to me and be like, "Hey, girl," and I'd be like, "Hey," and we would just click, right? But so many times that actually I allowed it, like they used me to become their girlfriend. So I was like, okay, sure, I'll be like your girlfriend for. Please, can you just tell my mom? I'm like, sure, so we'll go there, like, holding hands or whatever. I don't care. Like, they're my friends. But about you, when you mentioned earlier, I'm sorry for the girls that I dated. Kwento nga, so what happened? Like, you really dated girls before?
I dated a couple, and all them Filipino moms would always be like, "Oh, ang bait-bait ni Troy, and he plays the piano." So they would always try to hook me up with their daughter, and I would be like, "Oh, tita, you're so funny." But, I apologize because while I love them, it was never not real in terms of like the love. I also knew at that age that I was gay, so that's not a little, that's very unfair to do to a woman that
True.
is under the impression that you are in love with them. So I genuinely I guess apologize for having them be a part of my journey and unknowingly. You know what I mean?
Exactly,
Yeah.
no? I'm
Could've
sure.
just
Pasensya na po kayo. Pasensya na. It was part of Troy's process.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But, alam mo ito, I'm curious. Actually, I want to ask both of you, Jcas and Troy, like, so when did you realize that, like that, I'm different?
6.
Ako bago
Just-
lang. Just recently, yung fetus ako.
Oh, shut up. Fetus ka. Fetus. Doon mo lang, that was the time that you found
When
out
I
that,
came
I'm different.
out, my mom nakaganyan na. Pinky. Pinky first.
Because there was never, I always knew, but there was never a word for it. Nowadays there's so much
Yes.
resources to kind of name what it is, and different spectrums, and back in the day it was just either you're straight or you're bakla, and then there was such a negative connotation back then to
True.
what that was, if I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest, especially in like a very conservative macho Filipino family. I'm surrounded by, and I was also living in Hawaii, so it was a very like, hey, sup, brada this, how
Bro,
so I had
love you, bro.
I
Diba?
to that because I also wasn't bullied as a child because I was a little they would just call me all kinds of names, and I was
Wait, you were bullied? You were
Oh,
bullied?
yeah. Oh yeah.
Oo naman. Ako din.
Really? Like how? Like
I
grade
would,
school? Kids can be
Oh.
really mean, right? Sometimes.
Names thrown in the bathroom stalls, just all kinds of stuff.
Right?
For just
Lucky for those who are LGBTQ in today's times, because at least
True.
the Gen Z and the
Yes.
Alpha, they're more accepting, especially in school. You can
True.
see it in the
That's so
TV
true.
shows that we're streaming, right? That they have like, they're part of the queue. Sometimes they're the mean girls or guys now. And that
Yeah.
wasn't the case during our time. We are the ones, like what you said, being thrown in the stall. I had my time, I'm being pushed around by these jocks. Although I crushed them, I have a crush on them. I love them touching. I love them touching me, but it was pushing me, and I was like, "Ooh, okay, you're forgiven, you're cute." But the scar is here. The emotional scar is here and affected me growing up. So I'm happy for the people who are who are now living right now, because it's more accepted. There's still it's
A lot
still
of
not
work to do.
completely accepted, but
Right.
there's progression. You can see it.
Oh yeah, very much so, and I'm very happy for today's generation, that they're able to understand that there's also a spectrum. You know what I mean? Like the LGBT community, that was also another thing for me. I didn't want to be just labeled as gay, like, you know what I mean? And now
True.
that there's much different understandings of like sexuality and gender and everything, I just think that it's so lovely and so
Yeah,
amazing. And
you can choose now from do you want to be non-binary,
it's
Oh,
or
beautiful. It's
or
I
you
was
just want to do plants or sofas, if that's your thing.
I'll be honest with you. I was kind of shocked, but at the same time, I was so happy. Like, for example, like, let's say, you're applying for not a job, or I don't know, like for some reason, like there's a couple of websites that you need to, let's say you want to be a member of this and that, like so many times that it's not just female or male. Like there's so many non-binary, and I think
there are
five, six different types. I'm so happy. Sabi ko nga,
and the
wow,
bathrooms are like that, are starting to be like that
yes,
now. I think that's
Yeah.
just, it's great that to see people and that aren't in the LGBTQ community that are also being accepting of it. I think that's
In the
very
corporate world right now, Jesse, where we are, we have a lot of diversity meetings now. You
yes. Oh,
know.
definitely. Oh, definitely. You know what's so funny too? I want to give you an example. Like one time, like my son is only 11, so we were watching, and then like one of the scene on that movie, of that series or movie, I can't remember what the title was, and then they were like bullying, like the gay kid, and then my son stopped me. I was like, mom, why are they doing that? What's wrong with being gay? Like it's so nice, because for him to have that notion of like, why are they doing that to that person? Like, what's wrong with being different? And I just hug him. I was like, oh, it was like,
that's a testament to you as a mother, and you
yeah,
like how you guys as parents raise your child. So like that's
exactly. And then I was like, exactly right. And then I explained it to him. And it was like, yeah, why is there some people are mean? Like, like they're supposed to accept, like them for who they are. And I'm like, oh, I know.
yeah.
And I hope like everyone, like would be the same. Like I hope the way they raise their kids. Diba, compared naman dati, grabe, diba? Do you remember yung nilulublob pa nga daw sa drum? Ano ka ba? Sirena! Di ba yung mga ganon? You
Yeah,
remember those
the
jokes?
1980s Filipino movies, right?
I
Yeah.
know. I'm so happy. My
So,
God.
Troy, so just to be clear, and I just want to be like funny or whatnot. So what's your pronouns?
Him
pa
and
rin.
his,
Okay.
and but every now and then you can throw in a heart.
Yes! she, her.
Live in the nighttime. No. I mean, all
Oh
jokes
my.
aside, the pronouns are very serious. But for me, it's him, his, and yeah, him, his, himself. But I try to also, as a part of the LGBTQ community, respect people's pronouns. So, but that's
Yeah.
fine. So,
Ako ano
I'm
yeah.
so happy.
Ako ano, he, him, at saka sometimes it.
It. I was about to say that it. Yeah, Jcas. Whatever float your boat, right? So, and you know what, guys? Whoever, like, especially you, Troy, like, those bullies, those bullies that you bullied you when you were younger, sorry, huyo na lang kayo. And look at me now, diba? Like, wait, was there, I'm so curious, was there, like, a couple of, kids or those people that who bullied you, or who's talked, who talked to you differently when you growing up? Did they ever reach out to you and be like, I'm so proud of you, and apologize?
no apology, but definitely, stuff like, we always knew that you're gonna do something, and I was like, did you really know, Nobu?
Sorry.
How many tickets do you want, Boo? Is
Yeah,
that
part of me too. I don't know if it's like, because I was also like 10 or 8 at the time. So there's a part of me, in my walk with Jesus, to just forgive, because it's just more like, they were 8 and people change, and people do change. I will say that. So I'm trying for the past 6 years, trying to heal all that bully trauma that I go through. I still remember it, but it's nice to see. I think that was maybe their way of being like, hey, because you don't forget either who you bullied. I mean, so they
definitely?
maybe they had like a eat, pray, love moment, and was like, hey, I just want to let you know that you are seen and heard, and I see everything that you're doing. And that for me was just a win for me. I was like, okay, I see you. And I see their Instagram too, try to see like how they're living their life, and they're living it righteous. So I'm like, okay, people change, and we were kids, so it's okay.
Yeah,
That's
true.
that's good that you're going high and the higher road, and you're very understanding. Just share. I had a circle moment myself, and one of my biggest bullies also like apologized to me.
Oh,
But you know what?
Yeah.
He doesn't have an idea, doesn't remember what he did to me and
There's
what
a
he
lot of,
said.
yeah.
And
That sucks, right?
right, it's like I have this trauma, the words and whatever has been with me up to now, and it scarred me somehow growing up, and you don't even remember it. So
You
it
don't
just
remember it.
sucks for me, right? But that's how it is. I mean, like I'm okay right now, so but thank God.
Yeah, that's the most important thing,
Yeah.
right? Like you forgive them and that's it, moving on. Because
and you have
look at,
your own.
At
exactly.
saka
And
wait,
look,
Troy,
oh,
meron yung sa akin kasi yung lumapit sa akin gwapo pa rin siya. He's really one of the guys. Kaya lalo forgiven. Oh my God, you're so forgiven.
because
You're
you're
so
so guwapo.
Question ko sa'yo, Troy. Meron din ba mga may sorry sa'yo mga gwapo din na nagbully sa'yo?
Oh no. Mm-mm.
Ah,
Most of them are
yeah.
like, ew.
They're coming. They're coming na.
Ew, they weren't for me, darling.
Oo. They were like not worth of my
Yeah.
affection. Mga ganon. My God.
Yeah.
But my God, imagine, Troya, look at you now. Like the journey that you've been through for so many years, and wow. As in
Oh.
Hollywood
Yeah.
and all this. Parang nakaka... Did you ever... Ito ha. Sige, let's discuss about... talk about again like how you started, no? Pero when you were younger, because I know you're a good singer, you told us like since you were younger, like kayo ni Chessa, right? But did you ever think like, you know what? Someday I'm gonna be up there. Like everyone would know my name. You know, I'll be dealing with all these big shots from Hollywood. Did you ever had that you know that moment na
Or did you
pwede.
manifest?
Did you
that?
manifest it?
I did both. As a young kid, I was a weird child. I would just be. My mom would catch me with my notebook, just writing my autograph at like 8 years old, and she'd be like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm practicing my
What?
autograph in the future." And I told my, I want to be famous. I want to be this. I want to go to Hollywood. And it was always, like, "Oh, okay, anak, like, haha, one day, one day." And then when I graduated high school, that's when I was like, I'm moving to LA, and that's when she knew that, oh, you're serious. So I always knew. I never, but I never expected it to go this far. I thought I would play with a couple artists and be happy and just, be on my merry way. But all of the things that are happening, especially as of the past couple years, has been way beyond my expectations. It's a little weird for me, to be honest. Even doing this interview is a little not weird. I guess weird is the weird way, because I'm usually, it will be like the singer that I'm working for that will be doing
Yes.
this interview with you guys, not me, the piano player. So to be here and you guys to have the world and you guys interested in like the little things in my life is a little surreal and
Eh
nakakakilig.
yun nga, alam
Wow.
mo, Troy,
No, oh my God,
you're so
Roy.
humble like that even
Yeah, that's why we love you.
your
We
post
love
of
you.
the ABS-CBN news about your coming out, your caption was like, "Oh, I didn't know that this would even be in the news." Or napapapansin niyo ako. Troy,
You are,
you
wow.
are it. You're legit. I mean, like you already made it into international Hollywood stage,
Sobra.
and now
And
you're conquering and has conquered the local Filipino stage. 'Di ba? Tapos susunod ka, ano yung next mo? Sa Africa, the only continent that you haven't performed yet.
I
So
haven't been. I need to go. You saw that?
yeah, and I was
yes,
like,
yes.
you are the real deal, you know.
That's why we love you, because you're so humble. No, because guys, when you meet Roy Laureta in person, as in yung nakakainom mo, mga kwentuhan mo, you will not even feel that, like, alam mo yung parang, yung mahangin, nakala mo parang, my shit don't stink. Like, no, you would feel like he's just one of us. I know, right? But, like, how do you keep yourself, like, grounded?
um, just remembering. Oh my God. Just remembering, like I recently went back home to Hawaii like 2 weeks ago, that's where I was born and raised, and I don't know, just remembering like where it started and why I wanted to do what I wanted to do, to remember the little boy that was writing his autograph in the book, and have his mom just ask, what are you doing? Like, just remembering that it's so easy to be, I've been very lucky and blessed to be surrounded by such cool people along the way and be on some of the biggest stages in the world. But that shit don't matter to me. I mean, it does matter to me on a business, on my career level, but who I am as a person is just the little boy from Hawaii that wants to just play the piano and make people like, smile. So I just try to
Wow.
channel my inner young self whenever I feel like I'm flying somewhere into the sky. Just bring me back right now.
Yes, bring you back. Like your mom
Yeah.
probably has a long rope to like pull you down. But wow, but was there a time that you almost felt like who you guys like? Like I'm Troy Laureta. Like was there a time that you have to like slap yourself and pinch yourself, be like, wait, hold on, go down. Always make sure that you have always put yourself on the ground. So was there a time that you felt that way?
I would be like that after I perform with Ariana. Hello.
For sure, JCast. Okay.
I'm admittedly human. I mean, I have had those moments where I had to check myself, where my parents have checked me, my partner has checked me, everyone has checked me, like at some point. Of course, I have those moments where I'm like, "Oh, you really doing something, Troy? You are getting it," and I'll be like,
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's
I
the
just-
start. That's the start of your,
That's
you know.
you see a little wing, they clip it right off, and I try to surround myself with people, like people that are not yes people, that will ground me. And even my friends back home in Hawaii, like we don't even talk when I see them. They'd be like, how's the music biz? And then for like 2 minutes we'll talk about it, and then we'll talk about just what are we eating, what beach are we going to, what are we drinking.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Just I try not to, in my personal life, I think that's how I combat that, is just try to have people that are willing to just talk story with me, cuento. Hindi yung like, oh, how was Nicole or how was Ariana? I don't like that part, is just for my
Like
business.
they're not after the clout around you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure, Troy, no, there will be wait, did it come to a point that you can discern right away, like who are those new friends that are
The
just
hangers.
there because the hangers that just there because you're Troy Loretta and they want to meet all this, celebrities and want to be on that it parties, and compared to those people that are like, right away that they're there because they love you for who you are, not because the Troy Loretta that the tickets that they're
The one on
the cool
stage.
places
Yeah.
the cool places that they're gonna go to
The BFF
if they
of
hang
Ariana
out.
and Nicole share zinger. Oh my god.
Yeah, if they hang out with Troy Loretta. Yeah.
It took me a while to actually find that tool in myself. In my early, this is so deep. I'm a very shy person in general, and I was bullied. So in my early years of my career, I gravitated towards that. Like, oh, you like me? Like, you want to be my friend? And I wanted that. I sought that out in people, because as a kid, I was never the popular kid. I was so nerdy. So when I started doing my first, couple big gigs, and people were like, wow, we want to be around you and stuff. I couldn't, like discern the difference between, oh, y'all want to be like my friend, or you guys just want to ride the wave with me, which is cool, but then let me know that, so that I don't like put my heart.
Exactly.
Plastikan tayo.
Oo, parang ganon. Parang
Yeah.
ganon.
So it's only in the past maybe 6 or 7 years, ever since coming out like to my friends, that I started to just kind of be like, oh, okay, like I started boxing people in, like, oh, this is for the business, and this is like my family over here. So
And Troy has,
Aw.
speaking of pala, since we met last year, I guess we
Well,
hung
last
after
year,
the
it's
show, and then we
so
hung
much
out.
fun.
We had your favorite hookah, and
Yeah.
a lot of libations here in Manhattan.
Yes.
We're just so happy and proud that you opened up to us, and that you were just real to us, because you
So
hung out
happy,
with us,
yeah.
and you showed your real self, and we
why
appreciate
we
it,
love
and
you
we
so
love
much,
you
yes.
for that.
That's why whenever like I told Troy, like whenever like you have something like a new single, whatever, we make sure that, like we post it, we help you, show,
Yeah.
yes, we have to make sure that, because we really truly believe in your talent, in everything that you do. And we know that you can, oh my God, we can see you like all the way up there. And I hope you will not forget us. Like, who? Jesse? Who? Jcas?
Oh, because
Oh
right
I
my
know you
now
will.
you're
Yes, I know you.
you're like a rolling avalanche that's not stopping.
Yeah. Yes,
Right.
I'm
definitely.
trying to. I'm trying to keep it going. Ever since releasing the Kaibigan and Giliw, I wanted to keep the train going, the avalanche going. I want it to be a
Yes.
tidal wave. I want to take over the world with Filipino music and show people how beautiful our culture is. And I
Yeah,
love it.
teka, Troy, sige nga, let's go back again. Like, how you started, because I'm sure a lot of the viewers and listeners are so interested. Like, they wanna, kasi nga, this is one of the reason why also we wanna interview those, those people with inspiring stories, because you know what, those special this interview is for those people that who's dreaming and aspiring to become like the next Roy Loretta. So can you tell us, like, I'm sure, oh my God, ang dami, parang, how did he do it? I want to know what was the reason? What was his secret? Is there a secret? So tell us nga how you started when, syempre, from let's start from that kid who's like, let me sign up my autograph, and your mom is asking, what are you doing? So how did it started? Like, ano ka ba? Nung high school ka ba, someone discovered you? So tell us.
I owe a lot to my mom. My mom is the sweetest mom, but she's also the fiercest stage mom ever. Like she basically groomed, I don't like that word. She basically molded me and my sister to become artists. Like I think once she knew that we had this talent, my mom really instilled a lot of discipline, made us rehearse, made us practice. She made our clothes, she bought our instruments, like she drove us everywhere. It became like a family affair, and I think that having that nurture, what is the having someone to nurture your talent is
Yes.
so important. And I think that I hope that my story will inspire other Filipinos. I know there's like a big stigma when it comes to music in the Filipino community, how it's just a pastime or something that you just do on the side.
On the
But for a
side,
lot of
sure.
us, it's our life, it's our career. So to have a mom, to have both parents and a family that kind of really supported it, even though they had their little bit of concern, was very um an important part of making sure that we made it. And I think that if you have the support of your family, that's like the one thing that is priceless. That you can get support from all the other people, but you don't know who's trying to use you. You don't know who's trying to just get you. But when you have family that genuinely just want you to become better and love you for who you are
For
at
who
your
you
work,
are.
then that will help you succeed. So that was, I think, yeah, God and her. She also instilled a lot of faith in us. I think that
True.
believing in God for me was a big thing, and a big struggle too at the same time, especially me being gay. Like I heard so many different voices telling me that God don't love you, but I know in my heart that God loves me. So when I finally accepted that into my life, that I don't give a shit who says what,
Yes.
I that's when things started happening for me, when I had my mom's support, God's support, and then my own support in my own self, the
Wow.
confidence in myself. That's when things started to happen. Because before I was so even though I had such big dreams and a clear vision, I was so shy and like, oh hi,
Even with that
hello.
talent.
Even with that talent, right?
Troy, I just want to digress with a story mo kasi I'm happy that you have your own Tina Knowles, Mommy Laura in your life.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
Tinatahi yung damit nyo. So, para kayong Destiny's Child ni
I
Chessa.
know, Nick.
My big question, number one, who is Beyonce and who is Kelly Rowland between you and Chessa?
you know what? First of all, they are both fierce as hell. And if I'm gonna give Chessa,
Ah.
I know that's what you're asking. Who is the main attraction for me? Like, I've always been a supporter of my sister Chessa, and I've
Mhm.
always been comfortable just playing behind her. And that kind of was a kind of not a what is the word I'm looking for? It kind of told the future of what I would be doing. Being playing behind the artist, and she being connected to my sister taught me a lot. I owe her a lot too. Like, I was, because of working with Chessa, I was able to know how to play behind an artist, deal with an artist, and a lot of the training came from when we were singing as kids. So yes, Chessa is the queen. The queen. bee.
And we love Chessa. By the
Oh my
way,
God, so very fierce, no?
Anong reaction niya when you came
Oh.
online?
Girl, she knew when she was 8.
Wait, was she always? Oh my God, tingnan mo naman yung dalawa. So wait, were you like was there a time that when you were younger, like like your parents or some of the kids, or not ng parents, okay, yung mga kids, yung mga bullies, diba, that they would say, "Oh, bakla, or are you gay or gay?" And then Chessa would just go in front and just defend you to everyone. May ganon, yung tipong stop.
She always would. And that made me all emo. Like, she would always defend me. Yeah. Sorry.
Naiyak ako. Ako din natirian.
Always defend me, and she would always. I remember that one time at school, she with her little backpack, and we were both kind of chubby, and we still are. But like, she would run over there and be like, "Don't talk to my brother like that," and it would just be a thing. And yeah, we always have each other's back, and we still do. I think that was a big part of why of my success, is because I have had someone to have my back like that.
Yeah. Oh my God. So cool. I knew from the get-go, even we met her here through the show, and I knew already Chessa is a cool gal, and that.
Yes.
Oh my God.
And she's also rising slowly to the top right now. She did it in The Voice, and now she. I heard it. Are you guys doing an EP for her?
I'm doing an EP for her.
Yeah.
So we're finally, finally had the time that we're doing a full EP for my sister, which will be coming out next year, including my album that's coming out next year too. So it's gonna be a Troy and Chessa's year next year. So I'm very excited.
Yeah, because we always ask. I think we asked you one time that why is it like you're always behind those singers, but you're always doing the piano. How come we never hear your beautiful voice? And so 2023, this is the time for Troy.
More singing for Troy.
More singing for Troy.
For me, I you guys do your research. I wrote a post that I used to sing a lot more when I was in Hawaii, but when I got here, people just wanted to use me for my production and piano, and sometimes artists will hear that I sing, and I'll do like a little number in the middle of the show or sing backgrounds. But it took a back seat, and I let Chessa just take the reins on that. But all that to say, 2023, my new album will feature songs of me singing. So,
My God.
And dancing.
and dancing, darling.
Oh, sorry.
A lot of the voguing. We're out now, baby.
The Vogue. Troy. Alam mo, sobrang nabibilib ako sa'yo. Kasi, imagine when I was teary-eyed too when you're saying that, Chessa was there and, growing up you were bullied. Tapos parang naisip ko bigla, parang, for those people that who's been bullied, or you feel like, like right now your situation is like, you feel like, this is just I'm not gonna grow. This is just gonna be me. Like, it's gonna be all those insecurities will eat up all my dream in life. Like,
you don't see like there's a light
I don't
to
see
this
I
tunnel.
don't see the silver lining anymore. But with you, my God, you made it as if like, you know what? The more you put me down, the more that I'm gonna prove it to you guys. Like, like my current situation is not my final destination. So I will prove it to you guys that I'm gonna be somebody one of these days. Yeah. Grabe, sobrang while you saying it, nag-goosebumps ako.
Diba?
Kasi talagang pwede.
Producing
Possible
your own music,
pala.
independent company, then slowly being picked up. Wow. Right?
Teka, so paano ka nga, paano ka naging biglang, wow, let me start doing songs for this big big Hollywood stars. Like, kasi I'm sure it wasn't just you who thought about it. I'm sure there were so many. but they don't have a chance. They don't know people. Like, how would you reach out to Nicole, to Ariana Grande? Diba? Like, how did that happen?
Um,
Charm?
it happened during the it happened during the pandemic.
Okay.
I was always very afraid. I produced before my first album, like, but very sporadically when people would ask, like, do you write songs? I'd be like, yeah. But during the pandemic is when we were stuck. Remember, we were in quarantine, so I had to find a way to still do music because there was no more live stuff. So that's when I kind of gained the courage to just, you know what, F it. I'm just gonna ask all these artists, like, do you want to create music? We're stuck in the quarantine, and I just want to record some stuff. And like, oddly enough, like, surprisingly, I was, to my surprise, like, every single person was like, yes, yes, yes,
Wait,
yes.
wait, wait,
So
wait. The big artists that you just reach out to them as in
yeah,
randomly?
yeah, it's like that. Well, I kind of knew most of, like, some of them, but randomly asked them to, for me to produce them, and to have that trust for someone that hasn't, I've done shows with them, but to be like, I trust you to make me sound good in the studio. It was a lot of pressure. I was scared, but I also was very confident that I could do it. I've done it with my sister. I've done it with a couple artists, and I will say too that the Philippines gave me a big opportunity. Sir Jonathan Manalo, of Star Music, gave me a first taste of working with big Filipino artists and producing and arranging for them. So that was very, a big moment for me to kind of gain my confidence as a music producer. So
Because the truth is, Troy,
Galing.
so we don't know you a few years ago, and the first time I heard about you online, like your picture behind Nicole Scherzinger, and
yeah,
it's her singing,
Yes.
and her singing, ano nga yun? Uh,
Pangako.
Pangako, right? Sabi ko, oh my God, she's so good. And then who is this Troy Laureta? That's it. And from then on, we will never forget your name again because you kept the ball rolling. You kept on producing.
Yes.
So that's the first time. How did that idea struck up in you during the pandemic to
Galing,
ask
oh.
your high-profile friends like Nicole and Lauren Alred to, like, wait, maybe they can sing Tagalog songs, the Tagalog songs that I love. Maybe they can have their own rendition. How did that idea struck in your mind?
It was an idea that I had since I was a kid. I always loved Filipino music, and a lot of the Filipino songs trained me to play the way that the music is, the way, especially yung piano songs. Like, I really studied it to be like, ang ganda, like super ganda. And I tried to infuse that when I played, with
Yes.
the artists that I played with. And so I always wanted to, oh my God, especially, people love that. When you do other people's music, people started singing like a lot of Korean music these days,
Mm-hmm.
and
True.
obviously
Yes.
Spanish, every country sings in Spanish. So I'm like, we have such beautiful songs, and also, like, we need to spread OPM because there's so many Filipinos doing other people's music when we could be celebrating our own music. So I wanted to
Wow.
use, like, the people that I know in higher places, like the artists, and even like the A-list musicians that I know. I just reached out to them with a mission. I think that they saw the passion and the mission behind it, because they're not gonna just say yes, like, oh yeah, let's just record something. I think they saw, like, the passion that I had, what I wanted to spread representation for Asians,
Mm-hmm.
promote OPM, give some inspiration to the Philippines that was going through a tough time at that time, during the pandemic. So once they saw, like, there was a mission and a purpose behind it, that's when they got behind it, and that's when we did it.
Galing.
Grabe, no? Tapos
Grabe.
nakadalawang album ka na, tapos may susunod pa.
May susunod
So
pa.
wait, so si Ariana nandun sa third, right?
We
Tagalog.
don't know. You're gonna have to just see who's on
Oh my
the
God! Oh,
That is
Pero wait,
what?
question is, ito, curious ako. So, there's so many OPM songs. So, why did you pick, let's start with Pangako. Like, I mean, why did you, kailangan kita,
Oh,
kahit
yun yung
isang
unang-una.
saglit.
Pangako
Bakit
ba yung unang-una with Nicole?
Yes, yes.
Yun yung
Pangako,
nag-viral
right?
eh.
Pangako was a song. Oh, y'all gonna just keep making me these emo questions. Pangako was the song that really saved my life as a kid. I was feeling very sad about my music career. I wasn't sure what to do, and also growing up, being gay and not being able to express that, I felt very alone and isolated. So I would always, back in the day, we had the CD, and
Yes.
because Napster, I downloaded Pangako, and I would always just listen to it. I would listen to how beautiful it was, and it made me kind of dream that maybe one day I could either sing this or perform this with Miss Reg and Sir Ogie, or do something, write and produce songs like this that will give people like that same reaction. So if I told this to Sir Ogie and Miss Reg that if it wasn't for Pangako, I wouldn't be here today. So to be able to
Oh
not
my
just
God.
do that with Nicole and have it go viral, but also perform it with Miss Reg at my recent show was such like
Yes.
a full
Oh
circle.
my
Yeah,
God.
there
The
it is.
East meets West.
Kwento mo sa amin muna yan.
Kwento nga
Since
yan.
you
Actually,
mentioned
yun na yung
na.
next natin. Since I mentioned, we're excited na kami to talk about it. So, wait. Okay, before you talk about, like, you make kwento about, like, Easy Mill was there too. Like,
Yeah.
your journey. So, what happened there? What was
Igo,
happening? So, ano yung mga favorite mong moment? But tell us, how did it start? And, like, who decided to, like, hey, let's produce, let's come up with this, invite all these big artists
Yeah,
in the
let's bring you to the
Philippines.
Philippines.
Yes, and
Keme.
yes, and okay, before that, teka, ito pa muna yung tanong. Bakit
Ang dami.
East meets West?
East meets West because the concept was to bridge the gap between the East and the West. So the concept of the concert was to have singers from Asia and singers from the US come together to celebrate both worlds of music. So I owe a lot of that to Sir Mark Manalang. Tito Mark, I love him so much. He is the guy that he randomly Facebook messaged me, and I get a lot of inquiries with content, and some of it is just like you kind of have to filter through. You're like, just lang to. Like,
Oh,
He
wala
was
to.
very serious. He messaged me about a conversation, and off the first conversation, I knew that Sir Mark knew the vision that I had. I'm a very picky person when it comes to concerts, and especially when it comes to my live sound and everything. So he was able to make me confident that we were gonna do this right. We're gonna do this at a higher level, and to give it justice. We're inviting people like Miss Reg and Lauren Allred, my sister Matt Bloyd, and Jonah and Jedmed. I wanted to, and we're also the tickets. I didn't choose, but the tickets be expensive. So I wanna
Yes.
for real though, when you charge people like those prices, or just in general when you charge people to see your show, I always want to keep the integrity and make sure that they get their money's worth, not just we're just gonna go and perform up there and la 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 and that's it. Like these people work, especially in the Philippines. I know what it's like to work so hard for your money, and when people are willing to pay to see you, you better give them a show, darling. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That has to be worth
I know,
it.
world
Yes.
class yan. Kahit East meets West, world class entertainment is what you provided for them for sure.
Thank you. It was such a big 2 nights, full theater, full band. It was just such a amazing experience.
Surreal
What's
for
your,
sure.
What's your favorite moment? I'm sure there's lots.
Yes, yes,
what on
yes,
top of your head, what's your
exactly.
favorite moment during the back-to-back show?
I mean, the entire show. But if I were to choose, and it's on my Instagram, Derek, if you want to pull it up. No, but the one moment that I had, again, was being able to finally play for Miss Regine Velasquez and Sir Ogie, because those two, their music has literally, along with David Foster, has literally shaped who I am as a musician,
Ayan.
as a producer, how I approach music, how I deal with vocals, what I look for in vocals, the way that she's able to tell a story with her voice. It's just, I can go on and on about Miss Regine.
Yes,
and
with
her-
Regine. Yes,
They've
yes,
been
yes.
so supportive of me. I love them so much. The sweetest, most amazing power couple in the universe, darling. I love
My
them.
God.
Look at her with her red
Was there
dress, with her legs. Yes.
Correct.
Grabe. Was there like a struggle moment parang sort of like, kind of like, oh my God, I can't pull this out. Like, what's
Or
going on? Like,
na-stress ka masyado
it's so stressful that you were struggling to do
Alam
this.
ko na, na-stress ka ba dun sa Elvis costume mo?
I know. I was about to say that.
Yeah. J-Cat, girl.
Hindi ka nagpatalo, girl.
Hindi ka, ikaw ang pinakakabog doon. Sorry sila.
I wanted to channel Liberace so bad. I want to be the Filipino Liberace. So I told my team I want to come out in a cape, and at first they were like, okay, like, and then I think the only time I had a struggle, it wasn't even a struggle, is that the cape needed to flow, parang siyang butterfly, diba? Like,
yes.
But they didn't have a fan at first, and I was like, I was standing there ready to do my run through, and the cape just stayed there. It
was just hanging. It
was just hanging because there was no wind, and that's when I was like, ooh, babe, this is just not gonna work out. I look like a bootleg Superman up here.
Nabitin yung cape.
Yes,
Nabitin yung cape.
And mind you, I hadn't practiced with it, so in my mind I'm like, oh, this was a terrible idea. But they brought the fan, they opened the curtains, and the thing just flowed. And I felt like Beyonce up in that bitch.
Oh, there you go. It worked. There you go. The vision. The vision came to fruition.
God.
It did, and I knew that. I see, there it is. There's my cape.
Ayan yung pulang cape.
There's no extra.
Parang, oh, diba? Pero so who helped you conceptualize the whole concert?
My team. I have a team of my sister Chessa and my creative director Abel, and alongside the Direct Paolo Valenciano, who did the.
Si Paolo, we love
him
Paolo
so much, and he's so galing, no?
Galing, no?
Paolo is a visionary, y'all. Like,
hi, Paolo.
I love Paolo. If he's watching, he sees this. I love you, Paolo. He made a lot.
Oh my God, favorite namin si Paolo. Sobrang down to earth. Wow.
So
We're gonna have a second interview,
Best storyteller.
Yes,
diba?
So very down to earth, smart. Yes, definitely.
So, Troy,
parang dad niya, no?
I know musical director and you carry a lot of hats, pero in every nitty-gritty detail ba ng concert, you had an input of your own? Kasi nga, you're a visionary person as well.
Yes. I don't micromanage, but I'm a very hands-on. I will let people know what I'm looking for and what I want. And, luckily we had people that I trusted. So once I told them what my vision was, I said, go do your thing on it. So, okay. But yes, I'm very hands-on in every aspect. I don't like to not know what's going to happen.
What's going to happen in every scene.
Is that weird? That's kind of
no. You're supposed to be like that. Otherwise, you will not produce an amazing show.
You want it to keep it on the Troy Laureta level of excellence.
Yes.
Yeah.
You've been.
Some people be like,
well. Ang tanong lang, baka meron ka sabihin, naku, ano may tawag na, baka parang you're like, parang bridezilla. Ano may tawag sa ganun? Parang you're difficult. I don't think you're difficult. You're just like,
that's what I say.
A challenging person. Hindi, I feel like, you know what?
Or perfectionist ka ba na sobra? What do you think?
I am a perfectionist. I wear that. I don't take that as an insult. When it comes to my music, when it comes to the sound, especially when it comes to something that is not in the studio where it's live and you can only do it once, see it and record it with their little cameras. Of course, you have to be picky and make sure that everything goes right. And I think our people are starting to be used to that. I think we're so used to the pwede na yan, like let's just go. But I want to make sure that I want to bring a different vibe to our musical industry, especially when it comes to like Filipino music. I want us to reach for the levels that I've seen other styles of music do, because I've been able to work with people from all over the world and all different genres of music, and I want to bring that aspect to our music. And hopefully people don't see it as being difficult or being maarte or mataray. Like, I hope they just see it as more like we're trying to elevate and
exactly
and uplift our music. So, and
of course, like, come on, like they paid so, right? Like the viewers paid so much money.
Yes.
So you have to give them, the money's worth, right?
Yeah. So I always say, not just you rent a venue and put the speakers on the stand and just sing karaoke. That's not a show.
Exactly.
We have to, if we're gonna try. I've always just been, because I know what it's like to work for my money, and I know what it's like for my mom to have bought concert tickets when we were growing up, like, working. She was a hairdresser, working hours so we can see a show. And I want to be able to, when people go see my shows or the shows that I'm a part of, to be able to be like, Troy really respected our money, really respected the integrity, and didn't just parang didn't hindi walang kulang. Like, it wasn't just you took my money
Yeah.
and that's
And that's it.
I want you to leave inspired. I want you to leave, kilig or emotional, whatever it may be. I want you to leave with something.
Exactly.
So that's just me. No shade.
Plus, yeah, no, but it's true. Like you don't want to just like give like one when it comes to business, like you don't parang ano lang. Let's say for example, you're buying like let's say tocino. Okay, let's just put it this way, a tocino, right? So you keep on like let's say for example, you just want to sell your tocino to everyone without even thinking the quality of it.
Yeah.
So if they would just buy it from you because they're your friend, they would just buy it from you once. But if the taste is not that good, do you think you'll have like a second, customer? The customers will buy it from you again and again and again. So at least that because they had the experience at Troy Laureta concert, every time there's Troy Laureta, they always say it must be so good. So let's watch it again. Even if it's 20,000 pesos or 30,000 pesos, I'll save my money just to watch your next show. So speaking of that, 30,000 pesos, imagine, no? But I'm sure, definitely, a lot of people would watch it. Definitely. I can see it already. But what about in the U.S.? Do you have plans of bringing the East meets West in the U.S.? Or
The tour.
Yeah.
the tour, the U.S. tour?
We are planning a couple cities, LA for sure. We definitely do want to do Hawaii and definitely New York. So we're gonna.
Oh my god! Wait, the original cast, or are you gonna have like we'll bring more or?
So deciding on like the concept and like the artists and everything. But yeah, I mean, very very similar. We want to bring. I want to bring that magic that we did in Manila over here. So yes, it just depends on people's schedules and all that kind of stuff.
I'm
but-
sure
Hopefully,
artists
next
are just
year.
now that they're going to be lining up and
I hope
magpaparamdam.
For sure, for
No, Jinx, Troy, baka naman ito yung
sure.
kasama dyan, di ba?
Grabe. Oh my goodness, I'm so proud of you. Like questions like of all this success, no? Is there any like one or two, like that you want to add on your bucket list? That hey, you know what, I want to do this, or you feel like that's it. Like you check out all the things that you wanna tackle in terms of your career. So, or is there more?
Oh, there's so much more. I've definitely checked off major things off my bucket list already. But the one thing that sounds a little, I don't know, whatever to some people, but I really, really want to win a Grammy. But not just any Grammy. I want to win but I want to win a Grammy with my Filipino material. Like it's very specific. I want to win a Grammy that says best, I don't know, world album or world song, and in
Best international song.
some OPM,
Yeah.
some OPM song. I want to represent Filipinos on that LA stage. That's my biggest. If I could win a Grammy for, I don't know, Pangako or whatever song I do, like that's Filipino and represents me to its fullest, I would literally die happy. I would
We're manifesting it right now.
We're manifesting it for you. You know what? Akala ko naman sabi mo, I want to be a Hollywood actor. I want to be an actor. Akala ko, you want to be an actor.
Hindi.
Sabi ko, ay, hindi.
Wait,
Pero
ano yan?
Charot.
So, Grammy, diba? So, kailangan after
my
kukuha mo na yung
God.
Grammy, susunod na yung E at saka O at saka T. EGOT. The Emmys,
I think that's what
Grammy,
it is. I think
Oscar, and the Tony.
that's what it is. I want to be an EGOT I want to be EGOT at some point in my life. Hopefully.
it will happen. It will happen. What about, ito, curious lang ako, what about Broadway? Like you, what about you? Not just like you will play for the Broadway as a musician. Like you'll be on it, like in it. Like you'll be like one of the actor in
I
the
mean, come
Broadway
on,
show?
Johnny. I'm a gay man. Of course, I'm a theater kid. I would love to.
Automatic
I
yun.
would. I didn't do Broadway, but I've done theater stuff and a lot of theater stuff in my career, and also played for a lot of artists that were in Broadway, like Shoshana Bean and all the. So I love Broadway. Oh my god, Broadway is hard though. Like they're cutthroat. I'll be singing and they'll be looking at me like. So I
Oh
need to
no, 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 no. Any
train myself.
Troy,
But
you know
yeah,
what? With what's going on with your career and what just happened in your career, especially since pandemic, anything is possible for you.
well,
Sky's the limit.
Yeah.
No,
I
baka naman siguro in 2 years from now you'll be like, Troy, what was that again that you said during our interview? Like, oh, it's cutthroat, no way in Broadway, but there you go. Like, nandun na kami sa harap ng curtain call. It's like, yay,
imagine.
madala kami. Yeah, we have
Diba?
this
Parang
huge bouquet.
sabihin
You
ko,
know?
look at this bitch.
Ayaw pa daw, pero ngayon, siya na yung
He's
lead.
taking everything.
Oh my God. Yeah, Troy.
And what we love about you, Troy, is because you're not just only like growing and being blessed by yourself. You're like slowly climbing the ladder of success, but you're also champion of Filipinos at the same time. You know, you're
Yeah,
not
that's
forgetting
what we love
about
about
us
you.
and who we are in our core, in our
Sobra.
culture.
That's what I
Yeah,
will always do. I will always do that because I remember how lonely it was growing up, not having all of that representation. So to have someone that's very. I mean, I consider myself very Filipino. I'm brown and proud and full Filipino. My parents are like from the deepest provinces of the Philippines. I want to be able to be that light, like especially for Filipinos that look like me. Not what typical industry standard is, to be more
True.
The
to be
mestizos, tayo, yun, di ba?
no, I mean, you know
Uh,
what I mean.
yeah.
I want people to be like, oh, a brown, chubby Filipino can make it. So can I. You know what I mean? And to be able to
Yeah.
somebody. So that's my goal.
Sobrang inspiring, grabe. Sobrang proud na proud kami sa'yo, Troy.
We're
You
beautiful,
have
Troy.
no clue, grabe. Tsaka, uy, I love your, your bandana.
It's my thing. Yeah, it's like
I
I call
love,
it Filipino ninja.
I know,
Oo. Signature mo na
Filipino
yan eh.
ninja. Oo nga, lagi kami ganyan, pero I love this one. Wait,
Thank
saan mo
you.
binili yan? Is that from the Philippines or
From the Philippines, actually, but I don't know if this is Philippine. I don't think this is Filipino. Patterns, but this is from Manila.
from Manila?
In,
Grabe,
in
no?
Green Hills.
Ay, Green Hills? Ay! I love Green Hills! Meron
And
pa ba?
they closed it down.
Oo nga
Wala
daw,
na-
they closed
Oh,
it.
they did na?
They
I
did
heard
not.
about it.
Yeah, so no more. No
Wait,
more.
saan na tayo pupunta? No? So, saan na pupunta?
Yung mga ano dyan, yung mga triple A. Chos.
Yeah, so, I know. So, wait, so asa na sila ngayon? Like, are they scattered all over the Philippines?
You
This,
just have to, because it's illegal. I think
yes.
so. I think you just have to know where to
Pero
go.
ang tagal na,
Where's it go?
ang tagal na nun ha. Well,
Oh my God.
I
I know
know.
it's...
I was a kid, so I'm like, really? So I think they when I went to the Philippines for the East Meets West, I took my team to go there, and then all the athletes were like, "Sir, ma'am, sir, ito po yung last day namin." I'm like,
Oh my...
what?
What?
No, they were already taking down everything when we were
Oh
there.
my God. So, dapat kinuha mo lahat ng business cards nila.
Yeah,
Di ba? Akin.
I sure did.
inubos mo yung paninda. That
oo.
day.
Honey,
I-share mo sa amin, Troy, ha? I-share mo sa amin, Troy, ang mga tindahan ni Lola at ni Tita.
And aside from that, na pumunta ka doon, marami kang pinamili. Another story for the Philippines, since nandun ka, I know you did East meets West. Were you able to like go to the beaches or have a relaxing time when you were there?
No, I couldn't because we were only there for a week, and it was a week of 4 days of rehearsal and the two shows. So I wasn't able to. And then when I had to come back straight here, because I had to do a gig with David Foster, so it wasn't there wasn't a lot of time. I want to come. I'm coming back though to Manila early next year to do some recording and some stuff. So I want to go back. I mean, I love the Philippine beaches, Palawan, Boracay.
Oh
It's
my,
just
Boracay. Yes. Wow.
magical.
Puerto
But
Galera.
you're coming in February too, right? Wait, am I allowed to say
Yes,
that?
no, February.
Okay, okay,
February.
okay. You're
Yes,
coming in Barclay, in where? Barclay Center?
yes, we're gonna be on tour. I can't say who yet, but but
Oh,
yes.
Social.
oh, sige na, can you stay for a little, a few days? Just
I hope.
please.
I think. Yeah, I might. I think that I might stay for maybe like a day or something. We'll hang out. We'll do some stuff.
Promise ha, grabe. Listen, we wanna go out with you when, sana nga for a day kung pwede lang eh. My God, kung, di ba? Kung for,
Marami tayong pagkakwentuhan. Wink, wink.
There's a lot of stuff.
sobra.
Yeah.
I know. Sabi ko nga sana for a whole day we'll take you to like a winery or something and we'll have dinner. Oh, sa steakhouse daw, steakhouse. Pupunta tayo
Direct
ng
sa steakhouse talaga.
Ito
Speaking
talaga
my life.
steakhouse talaga. Oh, yeah, we'll take you to like basta. Have you been to Peter Luger's?
No, she sounds fancy, darling. I don't know what that is.
Yeah. No, ano siya, it's allegedly the best steak in New York that you have to, well, years and years ago, like whenever I will call for reservation, it takes like 2 to 3 months before you can get a reservation. Like that long. I'm not so sure now, but yeah, so we will take you there. We'll treat you to Peter Luger's when you come in. Okay,
Never.
promise? Oh, Troy, we miss you. And sana may hindi lang dinner, tipong extended talaga. We'll go to until 4 a.m. again.
Ay nako, si Troy maghanap na naman. Maghanap na hookah lounge yan. So hanapan na natin ngayon
Oh,
pa lang.
that's
No?
Peter Luger's right there.
Oh
Oh,
my
my
Ang sipag ni Direk
God.
maghanap pa sa pagkain.
Pagkain
Diba?
talaga. Ang bilis-bilis. So,
Correct, you're so quick with it. Look at that.
I know.
Say less.
Oh, sige, promise. Okay, okay, let me know ahead of time and then so I can, call for reservation and we'll go to we'll treat you for to go to Peter Luger's. And then after that we'll go for a hookah until 4:30 until 5 a.m. Remember the owner of the restaurant was like, you have to
You
go.
guys gotta go. Like,
We were like,
okay.
it's already 4 a.m. Oh,
This is New
shit.
York, the city that never sleeps, right?
Exactly. He was being a hater.
Oh my God. Oh my God, Troy, thank you so much. Grabe. Direct was like, huy, may show pa yung yung FYE
Oo
channel.
There's
Oo
another
nga
show
pala.
behind
I'm
us.
sorry, there's another show after this.
Of course.
Oh
I
my
want to
God.
say before we go that we talked about my ass for like the past hour and a half. I'm very, very proud of you guys. I from the first show that we did to the second show and now to be able to see you guys now on TFC and all these things is just such. I am just so happy for you guys. So, and
Oh my God.
you guys continue to be like the legends that you are, and you guys you bring such fun. All the interviews I do is always so serious and I get so nervous and I'm shitting bricks, but then here I'm just able to be myself, and I think that's the magic of Over the Glass or Two, where you guys really bring out the authenticity in people. So I really appreciate it.
Oh my God, thank you. Oh
Thank
my
you
God,
coming
kinimutan
from you.
ako.
Oh my
Coming
God.
from you.
Siyempre,
Grabe.
idol ka namin, di ba?
Idol. And you know what?
Right.
You know what's one good thing about about a story, and kasi there's some people that whenever they have friends and they see their friends growing and climbing to the ladder, it's sort of like I'm not so sure if it's just Filipino thing. I think it's mostly it's a human nature that that crab mentality that they don't want to see their friends grow. So
Yeah.
they're kind of like, even if they say, oh, congratulations, but deep inside they're not really that happy, so they don't want to support you or anything. But with us, because I feel like we have the common denominator that we're both happy for
We're
each other.
genuinely just happy for
We're genuinely
each
happy
other's
for each other.
successes, yeah.
Tsaka, ang sarap nito ha. Ang sarap ng feeling. Ako, at least for me, I love hanging out with successful people. Because I feel like parang, oh my God, that's my friend. Like, look at
Yeah.
my friend. Like, can you believe, like, like he's up there and I'll be the first person in line and who would be
Yeah.
there and scream and be like, that's my friend, Troy Laureta.
Yes.
But some people, they're not happy, like,
And
it's,
believe
it's
you
so
me,
sad.
the more that Troy's gonna get bigger, I'm gonna ride those coattails, honey.
Yes.
I'm gonna ride it like a Disney ride.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. There you go, Jcas. Anong klaseng ride?
Pinupress na yung panggagamit. Hindi naman, oh. We love Troy so much. Oh my
No.
God.
Yeah.
Grabe.
We love you. We love you. You're such an amazing person, and please continue making Filipino as proud. Sabi, Jonah's performance on East meets West is a blast.
Thank you.
Nell. These are our friends in
Yes.
Facebook. Hello, Facebook.
So
Yes.
Ayan.
And there's a kumu people. Yes. Naku, tomorrow, ang dami manunood dito kasi late na. 11 na pala dito. Opo. Oh, thank you, Sir Troy, for including her. Oh, and there will be more for sure. There will be
I
more.
love Jonah so much. I remember seeing Jonah for the first time in a noontime show in the Philippines when I was still there. She in a contest, she sang Christina Aguilera's a song. I Turn to You. I knew already this girl is gonna be big. And-
Yes.
right? And you
The
saw that, Troy,
sweetest-
right?
Sweetest artist, one of the sweetest artists I've ever worked with. Jonah is the bomb. She's my one of my favorites. I love her.
Wow. My God, excited na ako sa magiging next na East meets West. Pero is there anything else? Do you have aside from Barkley, the Barkley show, I mean, your show in New York in February, ano pang mga abangan namin kay Troy Laureta?
I'm just very excited. I'm gonna be, I'm releasing an EP for my sister. I'm working with Star Music and my company, Luz Vimin Entertainment, for my third album. It's actually gonna be my final album for the OPM series. So it's gonna be super bongga. It's not gonna mean that I'm gonna stop, doing music, but for that particular series. So it's gonna be big, and then I'm gonna be headed on tour. With a couple artists next year. So, just stay tuned. Troy Laureta, follow me on the Instagram and social media so you can kind of keep up with what I'm doing.
My God, keep on soaring high, Besh!
Thank you, Beshi.
Ayaw paawat. Grabe.
Ayaw, hindi. Never. Hanggat may hininga si Troy Laureta, wala. Ano na. Baka umiiyak na kami habang nagti-thank you ka sa Oscars and Grammys. Thank you so much.
And mas
my
masaya
God.
ngayon kasi mas masaya kasi yung feeling ko in the last component is hindi naman kailangan, but when you coming out is like now you're so free.
Yes.
There's no more like that
It's
chip
free.
on your shoulder like what if no more like that.
Yeah,
Yes.
no more like that. No more.
No more. Enough is enough. Yes. Sabi, can't wait for East meets West naman daw dito sa New York. It will happen very soon.
Yes. And Troy, before
Yes.
we let you go, mas marami
Yes.
pang manonood nito pagkatapos nito around the world.
Definitely.
Would you like to give them your final message and plug some more shows or albums again?
Yeah. I just want to say to everybody that has supported me through the years, particularly these past 3 years, I just want to say thank you guys so much. You guys have given me the strength to continue with my music and to live authentically. Without the world's support, not just my family, but with y'all support, I wouldn't have the strength to come out and be myself. And I just want to give back by giving you guys bomb music. And continue to represent my culture. And again, I love you guys. Maraming salamat po. And mahal na mahal po kayong lahat. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Troy. Ay, nako. Proud na proud talaga kami. Saka proud ako na friend kita, no? Sorry, pag
Ako
gumaganyan
din,
yung mga co-workers ko kanina. Uy, Troy Laureta. Sabi ko, friend ko siya. Ano yun? Friend ko siya. So
We're
proud,
like
so
this.
proud. Tapos, ano pa, sabi pa ng isang coworker ko, oh my God, kilala mo talaga yun? Yeah, friend ko siya. Gusto mo makita yung messages namin. Ganun na yung labanan. Ayaw mo maniwala? Friend ko si Troy Laureta. Oh my God. Love you, love you, love you. Oh yeah,
Love
ahead
you,
of time Let me know ahead of time.
Yes,
Right?
sure.
So para tsaka yung Marriott hotel din. Para alam na this. Yes. Love you, Troy. So, ano sabi mo, direct? Si Jcas na okay. Ikaw na rin. Akala ko naman, nag-aan na naman to. Gutom na naman si Direct. Joke. So anyways, thank you so much, Troy. And Jcas, please close the show for
Yan.
tonight.
Gutom na si Direk, kakadating nyo lang eh. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you mga ka-OAGOT for tuning in to our conversation right now. Don't forget to share this amongst your friends so they can enjoy it too after this. And also please follow and subscribe to our socials, Over a Glass or Two in Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch, and YouTube. And also follow and subscribe in Over a Glass or Two in the ABS-CBN's FYE channel in Kumu. And soon, edited episodes will be on the Filipino channel as well.
Yes.
Ayan. Mr. Troy Laureta. Yes! Panalo ka, girl! We're happy for you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for being here and talking about this stage of your life again and being and kikiing with us for this morning.
Love you guys. I love you guys very much.
Okay, ano tayo? Last toast tayo.
Last toast.
For this morning. Mga kape, mga tubig, iced tea, chuba-chuba. Yes, mga ka-OAGOT and Troy, amidst the challenges, let's still find ways to be happy. Let's all talk about it over a glass or two. We love you, Troy.
Love you.
Bye, guys.
Love you, Bash. Bye, guys.
Thank you.